guys, Shiggy here, aka G-Unit. Welcome to our top 10 sports cars for GTA 5 episode. Previously, we've done top 5, but for this, we're going to do top 10 simply because there's more than 10 sports cars within the game, and I really couldn't choose the top 5 amongst them because there's more than 10 of them that are really good. But I'll try my best to keep it to top 10 as much as possible with the cars that I've chosen. This is all down to my opinion. Remember guys, this is all from my personal preference as well. You might have certain cars that I may have not shown in this top 10 list. So if that is the case, I do apologize. There's certain cars within the collector's edition that is also, you know, part of the sports category, such as the Chameleon, you got the Carbon RS, you got all of these cars, right? But unfortunately, I cannot put that in this episode because I personally don't have the collector's edition. And that's not sort of part of the majority of the whole game. It's part of a minority because not many people have the collector's edition. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go straight into this episode for our top 10. If you guys got any sort of changing in the list that I have, then let me know in the comments below with what your top 10 list would be for your sports cars within the game. And you know, feel free to let me know with any other cars that I may have not put in the video today. And as always, hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to leave a like if you do enjoy. I'll see you guys soon. Now, good night, peace. Yeah, I'm not sure why I'm signing out because we're gonna get right into this episode with the F620. You can see this is the Maserati mixture with the Jaguar XF. I decided to put this in for the number 10 simply because it's got amazing handling and crazy speed as well for its size and the sort of design, right? It's insane. You can literally weave in and out of cars swiftly without any sort of problem. So smooth when it does it. It's one of the reasons why I put it into the number 10 category, simply because of the modification options and what it has available for this specific car. There's not many available. Literally no parts whatsoever were upgraded for this car visually. So I was extremely disappointed because, you know, fair enough, the performance, acceleration, the engine sound is great, but when you're driving this, the visuals need to be somewhat changed in my personal opinion. I feel like there is no sort of adaptation, no sort of connection between me and this car. However, when I drive it, it is so responsive when you're actually using analog sticks. You're turning at sharp corners, you're going in between cars. It's freaking amazing. So definitely going in my top 10 list, guys. I'm going to slowly move on towards our next car, but just in case you guys are wondering how to get this, you can't buy this from the website from any of the car dealer shops. You can find this on the streets near the Vinewood areas, near Michael's house. We see a few of these riding about. So it's the Maserati, which I previously mistaken for the Aston Martin like an idiot, but at the back you can see sort of the Jaguar, at the front you can see Maserati. As I'm going to fail this jump right here as we take off, and as I sort of expected to go above the building, but no, I do a little bit of barrel rolls and end up blowing up the blood clot car there. So unfortunately guys, we'll move on to now the Rapid GT, which is coming at the number 9 spot, which is the Aston Martin, which is the sort of the 2-door mini sports version. There's 2 different versions to this. You got the coupe version, which is the 4-door vehicle, which we showcased previously in the top 5 getaway cars. This is, however, this is the sports version. This is actually really fast. Now, acceleration is great. The visuals are somewhat great. You've got the spoiler upgrades, you've got skirts, you've got bumpers, so that's great, right? But the reason why I put this at a number 9 spot is simply because the handling is just awful compared to the other cars that are within the sports category that we're going to showcase later on in this episode. Because when you think about it, all right, it's going really fast, all right, but for some reason the braking sucks and the handling is just so stiff. It's pretty hard to turn around sharp corners like this, and it's probably because of the weight of the car. I think it's just, you know, it's really compact, all tight together, and when you think about it, it's just really heavy. So when you're going at high speeds and the combination with the weight and the handling and the acceleration's great, but the braking is not for me personally. I wouldn't like to drive this car at all, and it's just there for the looks. I suppose the beauty is nice, you know, it's there, it's sexy, and it's good to go. You know, it's out there in the top with the beauty, because Aston Martin's just naturally just sexy, right? So you've got this car there, and you know that's pretty much it. So moving on to the number 8 spot, we got the BANSHEE. The BANSHEE now is a sick car when it comes to handling, all right? The handling is freaking amazing. The engine sound is pretty unique to this particular car. I've never really heard the engine sound just anything like it before. You know, it's nice. It's got that unique sort of design with the strip coming down the middle. We've got the chrome strip coming on with a black color on the outside. So I'm liking that feel. I'm liking the original design from the previous GTAs. We notice, you know, the BANSHEE like always, and it's freaking insane as we fell there and hitting the billboard. what I can say is, you know, look at that showcasing engine right there. The handling's great, as we've already mentioned. The acceleration's awesome. It's sort of a pretty cool car when it comes to drifting as well. When you turn around sharp corners, when you brake and accelerate at the same time, you'll get this drift feel and you get this drift motion because it's such a lightweight car. So in that sense, it's a really, really good car. But for my personal sort of appearance-wise and beauty-wise, I wouldn't really go for it. It's not really appealing for me personally, for my taste of cars. So I'm pretty sure those of you out there, you got different tastes, right? And this is all down to my opinion right now when it comes to choosing between the top 10 lists, as I said. And I was about to blow up this car right here, I believe, for the second time. Kaboom, there we go, that explodes. All right, moving on to the number 7 spot, we got the Shyster Fusillade. This one was pretty. This one visually just appealing, straight away attractive from both ends, the rear and the front. It just looks very, very sexy. The color that I chose was orange matte finish. That's just really just brought out the beauty of the car. You can see from the headlights on the rear as well, you can see it's just sort of sticking out. So I'm really loving the orange feel to it. The handling on this car is a mixture between the Rapid GT and the Banshee, in between the middle, so it's got a balance between both. So it's good and bad at the same time when it comes to different situations. But you can see that when we're driving this right now, acceleration is beautiful. The front, it looks amazing with the customizable option, because this one has quite a few options available, as you saw from the spoilers that we just showed. You know, the spoilers, you got quite a few to choose from. You got a huge sort of GT wing looking like a spoiler as well, but then I decided to go with the normal one, smaller version of it, because it kind of ruined the car because of the whole matte orange feel, which sort of disappeared with the whole carbonated spoiler. So I decided to go with this, and it was really, really great car overall. But moving on to number 6 spot, we've got the Surano Sport, the benefactor Surano, which is the mixture between the Mercedes and the Jaguar. This one's really, really low down with the suspensions already, but it's a freaking amazing car when it comes to handling, top speed, brakes. Overall, amazing car. You know, it's really, really difficult for me to choose from the top 10 list. But this one has quite a few customizable options. We've got the carbon hooding in the front. We've got the carbon spoiler as well, which you can choose from different one if you want. I decided to go with the carbon look to it. Not sure about the color choice here. Was kind of hesitant at first of choosing orange. What would people think? Maybe I should have went with the whole black feel to it, because some people, you know, get a bit irritated when I'm using a carbon hood, the carbon sort of combination, but not using a black combination color with that for the primary color. But you can see overall it's a really, really good sort of design. And you know, you can, it's up to you if you want to put the spoiler or not. But you know, for some of you the spoiler might ruin it, for others it might make it look better. But you can see the overall design with a lot of vents in it, it just makes it look sexy. It's a really good car, and it's just fast. Overall it's just really, really good, and it's convertible as well. So moving on to number 5 spot, we got the Coquette. Now the Coquette, a lot of you guys love this. I personally love it as well. The freaking design. We know this is the Corvette in real life. The woman gets in the way on the street, as we noticed from the episode that we posted of the Coquette car showcase. If you guys missed that episode, go and check it out. This one has a lot of customizable options as well. So quite a few of these, a lot of these cars in the sports section, there's a lot of customizable options. Only one car so far that we showcased today in the top 10 list, which is number 10, which had no customizable options whatsoever. You can see there's a lot of freaking spoiler options for this car. You got the GT wing for it as well, which is pretty damn awesome. But I decided to go with a sort of look which sort of mixed and matched with the colors of black and white in this sort of particular car. You can see the left hand side of the edges of the spoiler is white, but on the top of it is black, sort of give it that nice sort of feel to it. So this car is really, really good. Top speed handling, everything put together. It's so hard to tell apart from these cars in the top 10 list, man. But all of these cars are good in general. Can't really say in specific details of the car, because it all comes down to how you feel when you drive the car. But what I can tell you, handling, braking, acceleration, top speed is freaking great. Simple. That's it. That's all I can say. You know, you can go with a nice black matte finish if you want. The design overall is just freaking epic. Alright, so moving on to number 4 spot is that Comet. Now this car is what I wanted to talk about. This car in specific is freaking insane, alright. The handling is perfect. It's literally listens to whatever you're saying, alright. At any sort of corner, any sharp corner, this is going to respond and actually execute. That's the thing. It's going to sort of skid off. Yeah, you got to control the speed and sort of the braking as well, because this is such a lightweight car. It's sort of similar to the GTA 4 Comet that we know, and we've played that, you know, sort of the GTA 4 car mechanics. Every time we drive fast, it sort of skids about. This is a sort of that is pretty much the sort of car this is, and this is exactly the same as that. Got a huge ass GT wing there, which I decided to put on just for this sort of showcase for this top 10. But I'm telling you, handling, top speed braking is one of the best out of all the sports cars we've showcased so far. That's why I had to go for my number 4 spot, because the sheer beauty of it, obviously resembling this Porsche as we know in real life, and the fact that it literally just swerves smoothly and so sharp and crispy between you weaving in and out of cars and going at sharp corners at top speeds. Literally you have to sacrifice minimum speed to keep going at consistent pace, and look at that, it goes all the way there and freaking explodes. But anyway, moving on to number 3 spot, we got a COQUETTE Carbone. This car is the Ferrari. We all know this car is the sheer design, and the beauty is it's just insane. It's just immaculate. You can see the rear headlights, it's just beautiful. The front, as we know it from the Ferrari, is absolutely amazing. I've seen this in real life, right, and it looks just like it. It's freaking insane. All right, you can see it is doubtable with the spoiler. If you want to put the spoiler, by all means go for it, but it's up to you. But this one's another car. It's slightly slower when it comes to the other sports cars we've showcased when it comes to acceleration, but that noise, that sound that you hear from the engine as you're accelerating is the reason why you see me do it twice in this sort of road. I slow down purposely to just hear it again one more time. Let me hear that shit. Let me hear it, as we're gonna go right up past this any second now. Okay, there you have it. So it is nice. It's freaking insane. I wanted to rev it up as well, and this is one of the most beautiful cars in the game. That's why I wanted to put it in top 3. It's just the sheer handling, everything. I can't believe I'm doing this one take for this whole video. I don't know how I managed to do this so far. But moving on to number 2 spot, we got the Mercedes Benfactor Felter. This car looks amazing already from the start. It already looks customized, right? But there's even more options available when it comes to modification. We can see the spoilers, bumpers, vents on the side. Decided to go with a hot pink, freaking sexy. Some of you may disagree with the spoiler, but others may like it. You know, it's all down to preference and taste. This car is sick. Acceleration, the sound it makes, handling, top speed is slightly big, so it can be kind of awkward when it comes to tight, squeezy spots between cars. That's the only downside to it. But other than that, this had to be number 2 spot because of the sheer fact it's just a beast. It's just a huge fucking beast. Sexy. And it's there, visual, a lot of options when it comes to paint jobs of what you want to use. There's a lot of colors that actually go with this car, so you know you don't have to worry about that. So it's a really good car in general, and it's one of my favorite that goes up there. It's sitting in my multiplayer garage, and I use this every single time. So one of my favorite cars out there when it comes to sports. I'm telling you guys, freaking insane. You need to buy this, I'm telling you. Anyway, for the number 1 spot, without a doubt, without a fucking doubt, had to be the Cabrio 9F. The Audi, as we know in real life, the Obey 9F Cabrio Sport. Now this is there's obviously 2 versions of this car in the game. There's a normal version, which is just the Obey 9F, and you've got the Obey 9F Cabrio, and this is somewhat faster than the normal Obey 9F. I didn't know there was 2 different versions, but when I found out and I decided to get into this, I just did this. Fucking double barrel roll. Now I could have done a triple barrel roll, but didn't realize my aerial point of view, how much space I had between the ground and the car. But you know, quite a few features when it comes to the car. When it comes to modifications, you've got the spoiler, one spoiler only, but you got the skirts, you got the slight bumper changes from the front and back. But I'm telling you, this car, right, is insane. You put it this way: you've got the Comet mixed with a lot of other sports cars. You've got the Comet. This is what you get. The handling is insane, all right? I'm literally talking about going at the maximum potential top speed, and then you're trying to turn at sharp corners. You're literally drifting. You're drifting. That's how insane this car is. You're drifting as you're driving so fast. You literally don't need to put any brakes when it comes to sharp turns. That's how much of a car this is, right? That response that you get when it comes to immediate turns, slight little tweaks with the analog sticks with your left finger or your left thumb. Immediate response, immediate change in speed, just does exactly what you want it to do. You don't have to put any sort of brakes into it. The brakes are amazing, right? Because slight little brake can easily make you spin and just drift, give you that drifty feel. And that's the sort of feel I want when I'm personally driving. That's why I chose this. That's why I chose this for the number 1 spot. I mean, even going in between cars is so sick. Although I sort of clipped it there, but you can do it. You can do it. Sort of the battery of this car is kind of big, so that's kind of the downside to it. But then again, you can still look at this. Oh, okay, that's kind of a fail, and I end up just fucking crashing. But you know, that is it. That is pretty much it. That is my top 10 list for sports cars. I'm pretty sure you guys have your own there. I had to go with the Audi, man. The freaking OB9F Cabrio. It's just an insane car. It's actually the fastest sports car in the game when it comes to choosing a multiplayer racing as well. Everyone pretty much commonly chooses it, and I'm telling you, it's the best overall. Everything, every single aspect of the car: handling, brakes, speed, freaking going with nav cars. Literally drifting as well. Drifting is one of the best cars for the sports section. So let me know in the comments below what your list would look like for the top 10 sports cars. As always, from the start of the video, I've said this was a one take video, so if I did make silly mistakes in my commentaries, I do apologize. But I don't usually do this, but it seems to have worked out. I felt better to do this than stopping and starting, stopping and starting. So yeah, if you enjoyed, as always, feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to my channel for more top 5 videos for GTA 5. I'll see you guys soon. Let me know what you want to see next for SUVs or trucks, whatnot. Yeah, or vintage cars. But check you now. Good night, peace. Yeah, thanks for watching. Damn! Me gusta. I like that, girl. I like that very much. You from China?